Man, last night I made a video. I was kind of tired last night, and I made a video about the shootings, the mass shootings that that are taking place and becoming more frequent. A few weeks ago in Buffalo, New York, we had a shooting where 10 black people were targeted, and then just a few days ago, someone went into a school and killed a bunch of children. And these people are going in there and fully armed, and they got body armor on. It's just crazy. It's crazy that all of this stuff is available for, anybody that's out there that's, their mind has been destroyed in this society with all of this hate, all of this violence, all of these guns, and that, you have someone going into a school and shooting the most vulnerable, of the population. And, there's always another side, and I always talk about it as well. These incidents, although they are becoming more frequent, they just did an article the other day I was watching, and they were talking about how mass shootings, is that becoming a new norm in society. And definitely it's becoming a new normal in society when you have it taking place every month, where you have random shootings, mass shootings and mass deaths. We're seeing these averages every 2 months where someone's going in and they're shooting, and these are some of them are racially motivated, others are just people dealing with mental disorder, and we have to look at that. And I think the bigger issue that we have is that in our communities, in Chicago, there's always mass shootings. There's, in my video last night, I talked about when I lived in Atlanta, out Gresham Road, Boulder Crest Road, and Decatur, the day. You had double homicides, you had triple homicides, and you had quadruple homicides there happening constantly on a regular basis, and nobody care. And that's just Atlanta. We're not even talking about going into the other cities, Chicago and New York and St. Louis, and even here I'm in New Haven, Connecticut. Beautiful. We're passing the Long Wharf, man. I grew up here. We're passing the New Haven Long Wharf. I did a video the other day. I was right off this exit. You guys will see it down there. But we're on 95. Me and cousin Riz holding me down and the fam. But these school shootings, man, and to think that you would have to. We homeschooled our children I'm always concerned about my children and being in school and things like that. We homeschooled our children for a while, but that's horrible. You have to go out and work within this world in order to make ends meet, and then you got to worry about the safety of your children. It's just too much stress. Too much stress. That's why we have to look at alternatives. And this is the Long Wharf here. The Amistad is a slave ship that was overtaken, and it was brought to the New Haven Harbor right here, and the whole court process took place, and they were actually freed. And that boat, I have another video, I don't know if I put it up. I was right down New Haven Harbor, Amistad, that's part of New Haven history. Same court house that has convicted many of us, and many of us went through that court process, or that courthouse, the same one in which they won their freedom hundreds of years ago, or 100+ years ago. But in any case, the number of guns, I know when there's a lot of guns around, they're gonna get used. Anybody know that. Now, the guns are beginning to outnumber the cell phones in society, and things are getting tighter. Things are getting tighter for people. The richer are getting richer, the poor get poor, and we're seeing an increase in violence, gun violence, mass shootings, and just a continuing slide into more confusion, more chaos. So I would hate to, you know, tell anybody to get a gun. You know what I mean? Hey, you know, go out there and get a gun and things like that. You know, especially, you know, that's not a part of our tradition, our African culture. You know, living in Africa, you know, people don't have guns. They don't look to destroy the flesh. You understand what I'm saying? That's not our culture. That's not who we are as a people. However, you know, you're going to need it because, you know, here, you know, the order of the day is chaos. You know, so in any case, you know, we got to be able to secure ourselves and things like that. And, you know, you just have to be conscious of your environment. If you're going out, you got to, you know, you don't take the whole family to the store. You know, you just go by yourself. If you have a man in the house, you know what I mean? You know, maybe he'll go and get it. Maybe you order it and have him bring it to your house. You know, I think Walmart do that now. You know, you can't even go out and you know, I remember my my in-laws and we used to go to Walmart. They used to just like to walk around in Walmart. You know, an outing to go to Walmart and walk around. You can't even do that. You know, buy a little few things. You might lose your life. You know what I mean? You go to the church to get more life. You might you could lose your life. You know, the popular pastor in Atlanta, out of New Orleans, when they had the flood, he came to Atlanta, and I had some good friends in his church. So, and this was around right after the shooting, and, you know, he was there, and he had like 4 people there, and they would definitely had straps on them. You understand what I'm saying? They definitely had guns. And I was like, wow, this is right in the church. Now, everything is militarized. Now, the little kids, the little children militarized. What are they going to start selling? Little bulletproof vests for babies in the society? Do we need them? It's definitely a market for it. You got to think about this, man. This is crazy. This is satanic. And then, you know, we're right over in the Yale area of New Haven, Connecticut, and you know, the world goes on. You know, everybody's living their everyday life, and right in the midst of tremendous chaos, especially in the black community. They've long benefited from chaos in the black community, and it's all right. You know what I mean? I mean, who would give a damn about you if you don't care about yourself? Who's gonna come and try to help you? Nobody's gonna come in your household and try and tell you how to take care of your family. They got their own culture. It's competition. In fact, they benefit by us, you know, being in ignorance, as we have seen through urban renewal, and, you know, everything that used to be black is no longer black. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, think about repatriating, and when we do this, we cannot bring this same thing over. We can't bring the same thing. So we're looking for people who are different. We're looking for, you know, I don't want to say like mine. I don't want to use the language that's commonly used out there, because, you know, all of that's crap. But we want to focus on the youth population first of all, and we want our innovators, if I have to use the word. We want our innovators, those who want to build, you know, sustainable existence, you know, far enough off the grid to be out of the chaos, you know. And we know that it's not limited to the American continent. We know that, you know, although it may not be a gun culture, you know, we're in other cultures where exploitation and scams and things like that and are prevalent. And however, it's, you know, it's all manageable when you're working and moving in the right circles. Kwesi Boyd, Gambia. Peace.